Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. Let me get the banner up here just because it's something I always do. There it is. Tonight, we're entering new territory, which is exciting. Over the years, I have had so many writers on the show, primarily writers of novels and writers of nonfiction works. But tonight, I have my first actor on the show, which is incredibly, yeah, I always use the word exciting, and I'm sure I could come up with synonyms, but they will sound silly. So I'm excited. And I've also known Karen, we were just talking about it for 7 years now, a little more than 7 years. And to see her development, I got an opportunity to work with her when she was laying down some audition tapes and things like that. We'll talk about how we met. Longtime viewers will notice that I'm wearing my Haunted Web Memorial Library t-shirt, my polo shirt today, and there's a reason for that. But we have a lot to talk to about tonight, and technology has been a little bit of a headache. Karen's in a location has a very, very big event happening right now, and so she was getting strange messages that I've never seen or heard from guests before about the platform being overstressed. So we're going to make the absolute most of the hour. I'm getting some weird platform stuff. It's just a headache. So let's do the opening. Karen has a short bio because she's going to talk with us tonight. We're going to kind of split it into 4 segments, and another exciting part is StreamYard has upgraded some of its features. So I'll be able to show you Karen's acting reel. I will be able to show you the trailer from her short film that we're going to be talking tonight. And I'll be able to show you the trailer from her documentary, which is a work in progress, and she's very passionate about, and she's going to talk about that a lot tonight. And then really, I want her to talk in the last part of the show, say the last 10 minutes or so, about how she shows up, how she networks, how she's navigating being a creative in these increasingly tumultuous times. So that's what it's going to look like. It's going to be different a little tonight, but the same old too, which is good. So I'm going to run the opening, do the bio, and bring Karen on. So welcome to the show. And everybody who's come in specifically to see Karen, welcome. I hope you like what you see, and you'll consider coming back to see more of these creative conversations. And there it is. I didn't even get a chance to say hello to everybody in the chat room, but that is fine. So here we go. Karen Elaine Lutz is a professional actress and filmmaker. Her first short film, The Power of Ink, has already won several awards. For a first film to win several awards is impressive, folks. Take it from me, including Best Sci-Fi Fantasy in the Southern Shorts Awards. And it will be making its first international premiere at the Sci-Fi London Festival in the UK later this month. She's also working on a project very close to her heart about Indiana basketball, a story about love, loss, basketball, and growing up in a small town, Charleston, Indiana. I have been privileged to see various trailers, to see various things on the journey. This is going to be amazing. I know we're going to see it on one of the major platforms one day in the not too distant future. So here we go. Please, everyone, say hello to Karen. Welcome.
Hi, Joey. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I am so honored to be here. Thank you for asking me to be on your show.
Thank you. This is wonderful. And you're the first actor. I have a list of actors. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to have another actor I've known for a long time, but you were the one that I said, no, Karen is going to be the first. So I mentioned the Web Memorial Library. So back in 2018, you hear about these 2 paranormal investigators taking hundreds and hundreds of people for 2 years, 75 different nights, 150 hours into the Web Memorial Library, which is no longer open, right? Which is tragic. Right. And you decide to contact them. Take it from there.
Well, I started working at the Web Library shortly after you guys had finished your 2-year investigation. And I am very sensitive to spirit realm, and I sat in with a few investigative teams from Virginia, South Carolina, Raleigh, and the findings were all very similar. So I met you and your wife shortly before you were moving, and I knew about the book, which I have, and it's yeah, of course. And it's been interesting because I know these characters that you guys have spoke about. And so, yeah, that was, that's how we met, through the paranormal investigative route. Yeah.
So we met through that route, and then in talking, and we had coffee I believe in Beaufort, and maybe in Morehead City. And I found out that you were an actress. So that's how easy these segments are going to transition, just like butter, just like butter.
Right.
So tell me, how did you get into acting?
Oh gosh. You want the Cliff Notes or dissertation?
Well, we got about 15 minutes in this segment, so you decide.
Well, I was the first film I saw on the big screen, I was 6 years old, which was Fiddler on the Roof. And I knew then that's what I wanted to do. And my dad encouraged me at a very early age in all the things, but especially the performing arts. And I started dancing when I was very young, and performing at a very young age. And it just started in my youth, and I just continued on. I studied at East Carolina. I was actually in school with Sandra Bullock, and we had the same teachers. She doesn't know me, and I don't know her. We'd pass each other in the hallways, but I studied with the same teachers. So that's kind of fun. And then I studied with a film acting school in Colorado for a couple years. I probably have a lot of stage experience under my belt, and been doing this over 45 years now, and just now really trying to focus hard on doing a lot more than just acting. So
yeah, so that's the next segment. I'm about to show your acting reel, which is going to be so fun to do. And those of you who are watching this in 3 weeks, or listening to it rather, on ERT Radio at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Wednesday night, check out the video, because you're only going to hear Karen acting, but it's so much better when you can see her as well. So go ahead and do that, and they'll be good, and we'll get more views for her as well, and help promote her career. So I've known you now for like 7 years, and I didn't know, like we both, like I say, I've been a creative since I was 8 years old, and it's really the truth. So that's 48 years. So we have our 10,000 hours in, and then some. So what do you say we show your reel? That'll be cool.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
All right. So present, share screen. Sure. And here we go, like butter.
Well, then let's, because so far I haven't seen shit from you besides you feeling sorry for yourself. Look, I've got 2 guys back at the publishing company breathing down my neck. I was the one that went to bat for you to get you that advance. Sector 472. They started working on this. They were able to gain access to the database, and they can shut it down, but they can't do it inside the compound. That's my objective, to deliver the algorithm.
Excuse me? This says $40. $40 a month.
Why would I pay $40 a month?
Because we have the best hot cocoa nibs. We're rolling out our subscription model. Yeah, you get a fresh cup Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. For $40, that's a deal. That's a steal.
Okay, so that's... All right, that sounds reasonable. Sign me up.
Here's our contract.
Contract.
I'm gonna need your credit card, lady.
You're joking, right? I mean, turning 35 is horrendous for most single ladies. It's a time to come to the realization that one may in fact be a spinster. And to make my point, you gotta lose that get up.
But I like this dress. What the hell, Janet?
That sweater brings a hell of a lot less attention to you than that dress. Her and Ronnie split up a couple years ago, but they're cordial. The move, she moved recently.
Well, moves can be stressful. I mean, that could be a trigger.
But it all seemed to go so smoothly, though. She was so excited about the new place, and it's real pretty. Nice big yard for the kids to play in and everything.